Today, I bought an 18-inch double ring wire crab net. Okay, it is wired. Don't buy the one with the string. It's horrible. It costs a little more, but it's worth it. I bought this at Dick's Sporting Goods. They did have a sale. This is the Marathon brand, right on there. And you can see it is pretty deep, and it's buy one, get one half. And I usually buy it on every year they have a sale. So once I see the sale, I start grabbing like maybe 10 of them. Because after like 2 years, give or take, it should rust out. If you maintain it well, you have to rinse it after you finish using it. So that's very, very important. Okay, so first, when you receive this, what you want to do is modify it, because I don't like what they give me, or what's in here. So they normally give you a little loop on here, and this loop right here, you can see it, it could break. So I normally just remove it, and I don't care for it. I don't use this at all. I just remove that. Now the string they give is actually better than before. The before was like a lower quality one, and it breaks so easily. But for now, you know what? I'm going to keep this. This is perfect. You do need a wire cutter to get yourself ready, and also at least 4 zip ties. They're the plastic one you can buy. Medium size, not the extra large one. And I have sinkers here. I use 2. One is 10 ounce and one's 8 ounce. So that's 18 ounce. It's heavy enough to bring it down. It's like a pound already that you're going to pull up. The ropes, I bought this from Walmart. If you can find it, oh my God, this whole big rope is so cheap. I forgot how much I paid for it, but it was a good deal, so I grabbed it. And what you want to do is, first of all, set the weight at a specific area. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all these plastic off, okay? And in the middle, if you can see here, what you want to do is balance out the weight. So you want one on this side and one on this side. I know it's a 10 ounce and an 8 ounce, that's what I have, but you can use 10-10 to make it even, to balance everything else. And I have no problem with 10 ounce and 8 ounce, so I'm fine with it. You want to put the plastic zip tie right into the eye, okay? And what you want to do is just loop it over the metal and under, and come right back out. Okay, and all you have to do is go ahead and zip tie that. And that will keep it in place, okay? And just pull that all away. There we go. So now it's intact. Now, the second one, the reason why we use this is to make sure it have another support, so it doesn't wobble in every direction when it goes down, or when you're pulling it up or tossing it. Okay, and here we go. The second one I like to do is go ahead and just loop it right in the end of it. Okay, and zip tie that to the tightest you can to hold it intact. Okay, there we go. It might move again, but I highly doubt it. But in this case, it should be perfect. And now all you have to do is go ahead and snip out the end. Yeah, there's little wire cutters, and it works really well with these plastic. And there you go. Now it's really tight. The same with the 10 ounce. I like to flip the eye the opposite direction. So instead of having the weight in one side, I can balance that out with the other direction. Again, I do recommend that you do have heavier sinkers. It really helps. Don't go cheap with it. But if you want to, you can actually go ahead and distribute it even better by go ahead and using a smaller weight instead of like a full 8 ounce or 10 ounce. If you don't like to do that, you could put like 4 corners, as long as it's over a pound, and that will work really effectively if you do that. Okay, some people I know, they use rocks and all these other things, but the rock is so bulky. I feel like it's just too much work to have something like that. Okay, so here we go. I don't think it's a little balanced. Let me move this over here a little bit. There we go. It should be a little bit more balanced now. Okay. So I'm doing exactly the same for the 10 ounce. Tighten that the most you can. Okay, and tie the top 2. I find this is very effective because when my nets start breaking up, I can actually go reuse the weight as long as I don't lose the whole trap. So, and that happens to me several times because I was being lazy. I didn't maintain my traps. You know, you're supposed to, you know, change your rope occasionally just to make sure that it is still up to par. So look at this. Look how balanced that is. When you drop it, this is gonna sink down and this is how it's gonna sit. Now this area, that hook, my problem with using it in the past is that these hooks, if you have it in here, it can snag one, like let's say if it drop and it, you know, just snag the middle. Think about that, look at this. This is what will happen if you snag it in any weird area, you know, like, forget it. I just don't use it, don't even bother. Okay, so with the rope that I have, brand newly rolled, I haven't opened yet. I bought this for the crab traps that I just ordered. I ordered 10 of them because mine all broke and I'm tired of using. Do is tie in the middle right here, right? So you can see it right there. You could go ahead and put it together, or since this is already tied, I would double one more knot this just to make sure it is nice and tight, because as you pull this together, it'll just get tighter. All right, there we go. I like to put the green rope right under it, being between them all, and then loop this rope, okay? Very simple, looping, I went under. Okay, you can see it's under. I'm gonna go over again and into the loop, and I like to pull it into one more, going back into the loop again. This gives me a secured way of tying this together. So here we go. Pull that apart and just keep pulling it, and puts a lot of stress onto that eye right there. Okay, and this should not come out. Okay, if you feel that you need to make another one, make it a little longer. You can make like another loop like this. Okay, and pull that together as well. That's like your final loop. There we go. So there you go, nice and tight. I use 25 to 40 feet of rope depending on what you want to do with the range or the length, and depending on where you go crabbing. The longer the rope, it allows slack. So what it does is when the traps land on the ground, you're talking about currents pulling it. Your chicken also might catch the wave a little bit under the ground and might start move a little at a time, but the little slack of rope allows you to toss further, and by the time it reaches your coming back to you or going away, it has a little more slack to move along, which allows the crab to hang out. Now I have this smaller rope here that I like to use. I also want to share with you is that you tie that right exactly in the middle, right over here. You can see it in the middle, the eye. So I like the rope to be maybe a foot and a half long. So you think about it, this is a good length. The reason why is because there's two purposes for having this. One, I can tie my rope back together. Two, I can tie the chicken also in there, or the bunkers or the fish, whatever bait you like to use, okay? I'm gonna cut that off. All you do is you loop it in. Okay, I'm gonna loop it right in here and out through the other way and coming back up, okay? This rope will always be here for you to use anytime. So, example I have on here is this. Tie it together, just one tie or two, just to keep it intact together right there. Now, you can loop the chicken right in here, tie it up, or the fish, and when you're done, untie it, throw it away, and then you have the rope still here. This can be used for many times. It will never rip on you. The other second purpose for this also, not just for bait, but also you can use it for your rope. Example, if I have a lot of lines, which I haven't cut yet, but imagine this. I'm gonna go ahead and loop the line up. Okay, never try to do winding like this. Why? It's because it creates kinks into the line, which you don't want. You always want to kind of like hold it and just loop it like this. Very simple and easy. And all you have to do is when you're done, see how I'm knotting it together? It doesn't need to be too big. Put it in the middle, tie it up, and there you go. You have your rope all ready. Put in the car. I actually like the IKEA bag, so you should go grab some of that. The one that is nylon and the blue color IKEA one, I bought that. It's only $1. It's really worth it. Put your crab traps right in there. I mean, it's waterproof, it doesn't leak unless there's some puncture on it. If you want to, you could put newspaper on the bottom to absorb the liquid so that way it doesn't go into your car. And when you get home, make sure you rinse it. So every time you rinse it, it'll last at least a year or two with rinsing. I know salt water really oxidizes everything. So I hope you find this useful, and if you do, please put in a comment, and you have any questions, please ask, put in a comment, email me, you can contact me as well, and I can go ahead and share more information if you need it, but this is the very most basic way of doing it, and I hope you enjoy, and good luck. Put in comments too if you like it, and let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and click like. See you next time.